quick message to all of the people waiting to view this match. Delayed finish to the previous game has delayed the start of this one. You can see the live pictures coming your way, and we'll bring you all the action of this final game of day one of the BJIC tournament, where New Zealand will take on the New South Wales Strikers. Teams going through their warm-ups, and it is the New South Wales Strikers in defence. And the Kiwi boys, New Zealand lead-off batter, Dayton Penton. Aaron Jessup is in the circle for the strikers. Behind the plate, Riley Armstrong. First baseman is Harry White. Second base, Harry Doherty. Third base, Lachlan Collins. Shortstop, Mandara Hayward. Jet Puss is in left field. Centre fielder, Jack Doherty. And right fielder, Chase Warren. Opening pitch is high and over the top of Dayton. This previous match, the New Zealanders here on Diamond 1. If you were watching, you would have seen it go right down to the wire. It was all a tied game at the end. We went over time. Give the boys a chance to have a quick break. This game started a little bit late. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count on Penton. Jessup gets that one down in the dirt. Just took the leg on the way through. Dayton makes his way up the first base line. Hit by a pitch ball. Brings up the shortstop in this match, Koa Godden. Koa had a great couple of at-bats last time around. Keep an eye on him if he gets on base. He is fast as lightning. As he shapes for the bunt, fouls it away. Little tip on that one, couldn't. Foul tip caught, so Gooden makes his way back to the dugout. That's an out, and that'll bring up to the plate now number 10, Ariki Ropia. Jessup puts one down a little bit high. Ropia holds his hands back from that one. Another one high outside the zone. A pick-off attempt at first. Nice throw from the catcher. Hit the first baseman in the glove. The runner had made his way back to first base. Nice pitch from Jessup. Gets the strike called on Ropia. Another one outside the strike zone for a ball. Have a look at another one there, high and outside the strike zone for a ball. He'll make his way up the first base line. Runners on 1 and 2 here, 1 out. And William Barron Morton is the new batter at the plate. Jessup sends it a little bit high once again, and Barron Morton just holds the bat back, doesn't offer a shot. High and wide, runners go. This time, throw was off the money, but they hold on 2 and 3. Aaron Morton takes a strike. Good opportunity here for New Zealand early in the match. Runners on 2 and 3. Aaron Morton takes a late cut at that one to foul it away. Two and two the count. That one high outside the strike zone. Young Aaron Jessup just trying to find his range here, looking for the spots. That one again high, and Baron Morton takes the ball, makes his way up to first base to load him up here. The top of the first, not the start the strikers would have been looking for. I'll bring to the plate Lyric Cullen Makiha. Nice pitch to open the account. Called strike. Cullen Makiha unfazed. Takes another strike. Shaped up to give runners cover. And now a count in favour of the pitcher here. 0-2. Nice ground ball hit hard past the shortstop into left centre field. It'll go all the way back to the fence. That'll score 3. Cullen Makiha with a stand-up triple. Three runs on the board for New Zealand. It was a beautiful line drive, hard on the ground. No chance for the shortstop to cover that one. And you see it just race out to the outfield fence, and that's good enough to clear the decks. This one hit high into centre field. Centre fielder comes round the throw at the plate, not in time. And Cullen Makiha scores on a sac fly. Maharanui Kaiwai Wanikau was there that skied out. Brings up Reniera Harrison Tupanea. So New Zealand with 4 runs on the board, 2 out now. And Harrison Tupanea puts one high. Harry White, the first baseman, on the dirt. Couldn't quite get to it. It's a tough catch looking over his shoulder, knowing that the fence was right there as well. Good attempt from the young fellow on first base. Harrison Tupanea has a look at one down low in the dirt. A grounder hit back to the pitcher. Jessup picks up, fields it nicely, gets the throw over to one, and that's the 3rd out. Good inning there for New Zealand. They take the early lead 4-0. We'll make our way into the bottom of the first, and strikers will look to have their first opportunity with the bats in hand, and it'll be the left fielder, Jet Puss, who will get us underway. Warm-up's complete, set to get underway, and it is the left fielder for the Strikers, Jet Puss, to get us into the bottom of the first. Takes a look at the first pitch for a ball. There's Rakapo Topiata in the pitching circle, and behind the dish is Maharawanui Kaiwai Wanikia. Jet gets a piece of that one, puts it all the way back to the fence, and it is out of here. All the way over. Jet Puss starts the game for the Strikers with a home run. Put his hands up to the top of the strike zone, and just carried it over the fence. And now the third baseman, Lachlan Collins, steps up to the plate. Tough act to follow, young man. Let's see what you can do here. Ball just coming in from over the fence. And Collins steps into the batter's box. Swings at a high pitch. Strike one. A nice strike, good swing. Just good intent in the batter's box here from Collins. Nice pitching as well. Holds his hands at another high pitch. That one gets away, this time from Cousins behind the plate. William Barron Morton is the first baseman for New Zealand. Second base is Ariki Rohipa. Third base is Ranio Harrison Tupanea. Shortstop is Koa Godden. Dayton Panton in left field. Centre fielder is Lyric Cullen Makia. And the right fielder, Hubert Allen. Lachlan Collins looking at a 1-2 strike count. Fouls that one away, gets a piece of it, nudges it into foul territory down the first baseline. Another high one. Took a chop of the first couple. Now a little bit more patient in the batter's box. Checks on that one. We're going to ask the umpire. No, he didn't. Collins ready, as is the pitcher. Full count here. Who wins this battle? Collins swings and misses. Pitcher takes that one out. That's the first out for the Strikers. New batter for the Strikers is Mundara Haywood. Mundara has a look at one in the dirt. Mundara, the shortstop for the Strikers. Patient batter here. Had a look. 2 balls, 1 strike for Mundara. There's a swing and a miss. Topiata working well in the circle for New Zealand. The one in the dirt gets away from the catcher. No damage done. Mundara steps away, gives himself some time, and now sets himself in the box once again. Topiata ready to fire. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it away. Full count now here for Mundara Haywood, and Dara certainly a capable batter, batting in the 3-hole for the Strikers. That's a high pitch go, and that's ball 4. Mundara makes his way up the first baseline. Brings to the plate the pitcher for the Strikers, Aaron Jessup. Holds his hands back from that one. Mundara makes his way to second. The throw comes over, but it was delayed. The ball back off the net there for Cousins. And Haywood makes his way to second base. Topiata fires it in, fouled away this time by Jessup. Gets a piece of it. Swings at a high one there. Just, it was a full jump swing, that one. Wouldn't be happy with that. A wry smile as he stepped out of the box. A couple of taps on the helmet. The runner advances around to 3 as that one got away from the catcher as well. Time called now by the coach. There's some confusion, it would seem, with the count. We'll ask the official statisticians. Looks like we're good to get underway. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count everybody's happy with. Jessup fouls it away once again. Haywood has to make his way back to third. Great to have you back on board, Megan, supporting young Aaron. Let's see what he can do here. Can he dig his way out of this one? It's a high pitch go. One in the dirt. He will make his way home. Doesn't need to get dirty. The ball got away from Cousins behind the plate. And Hewood scores another run for the Strikers. Makes it 4-2 with just the one out. Sorry, I was talking away there. I was on mute. We saw Harry White just put one up into fair territory, and it was the runner caught in no man's land, really. He had to hold up on that fly ball. Unfortunately for Aaron, he was thrown out at second. So 2 out now for the Strikers, and that brings up to the plate Riley Armstrong. Armstrong now with a 2-0 count, and White makes his way to second. Another runner in scoring position here with Armstrong at the plate, 2 out for the Strikers. Off speed pitch that time from Topiata, just outside the strike zone. Batters count here for Riley, 3-0. Now it's up to Topiata to put one into the zone, which he does, and no shot offered by Riley. This time he gets a piece it, hits it over the head of the infield, finds the grass, a little fumble, but the runners hold on the corners. Could have been a chance there for Harry to make his way home. The coach, playing the safety game, holds him on third base. That brings up Jack Doherty. And a base runner comes onto the diamond as Aaron Jessup makes his way back to the dugout as the pitcher. With 2 out, he gets the speed up play opportunity to get warm. High pitch, and the base runner makes his way to second. It's Ethan McRae in the bright pink helmet. You're not going to miss him running the diamond, that is for sure. Jack Doherty gets a piece of that one from Topiata. Just fouls it away and down the first base line. And one in the dirt, kept in play by Cousins behind the plate. Topiata had come in to cover as well. So nice defensive play there by the New Zealanders. One in the dirt, picked up nicely by Cousins that time. And the runners stay on third and second. 3-1 count here for Jack Doherty. Patient at bat required. There's a high pitch, and that'll be a base on balls for Jack. He'll make his way down the first baseline and bring up Harry Doherty. Time called by the umpire. We'll see a pitching change as Topiata makes his way to the second base position. And the new pitcher comes into the circle. Trying to pick up the number there so we can let you know who's been changed in. And that would be Ariki Ropiha. Bit of a breeze picked up here at Blacktown now. You can see the trees moving in the background. It's been a beautiful day for softball. And this tournament is one of the favourites on the calendar. Kids from Japan and the Japanese touring party having all sorts of fun out here around the diamonds, as are the kids from New Zealand. And of course, all of the hosting state children making up 3 teams in the boys and 4 teams in the girls. It's been a fantastic tournament, sharing cultures and respect and just sportsmanship right throughout all the matches. Following this match, all the teams will stick around. We'll have a picnic dinner where all the teams will get together, and out there in the outfield you'll see blankets put down and just groups of children from all different teams mixing and having a great time, making new friendships, which is outstanding. Harry Doherty set to face off. Has a big swing at that opening pitch. Ariki Ropiha, that's his opening pitch. That's a nice one for a strike. 2 out here, loaded bases, so a great opportunity for the strikers. Called strike as well. Young Harry wasn't happy with that one. He thought it was a little bit high, I have to say. The only decision that matters there, mate, is the man in blue. Swings at one down low, and that's the 3rd out. So New Zealand protect the lead, and strikers leave loaded bases. Not the start they were after, but the scoreline of 4-2 means that there's still plenty in this game. We await the arrival of the New Zealand batters as we make our way into the top of the second. Lead off batter here for New Zealand. Here's Rakapai Tapiata. Looks like we have another legal pitch call. This time the plate umpire just going out to have a chat with young Aaron in the circle. It looks like we're good to get underway once again. Conversation's been had. Rakapo Tapiata is ready to face off once again. One outside the strike zone. This time a swing and a miss from Tapiata. Ball to strike one, the count. This one, a ground ball, gets past the shortstop into centre field. And the ground ball restricted to a single base as Tapiata makes his way down the first base line. Very hard hit ball, straight back past the pitcher. Tough for the shortstop to cover. And that'll bring up young Hubert Allen, the right fielder for New Zealand. Over the top. Gets away from the catcher and Tapiata makes his way to second. So a runner in scoring position here for young Hubert. See real, as you look around the diamond and the batters as they come into the box, you can see a real mixture of sizes and shapes in these boys as they transition through this age group. 12 and 13-year-olds. Hubert has a little swipe at one there. The umpire's going to call that a strike. The corner's come down. The attempted bunt there from Allen. Full count here for Hubert. None out for New Zealand. And a runner on second base. One just misses the inside corner and Hubert makes his way down the first base line. That brings us back to the top of the lineup for New Zealand with Dayton Panton, left fielder. His second chance was hit by a pitch ball first at bat. There's the first run that scored for the Kiwis. That one down the middle from Jessup. Panton will look to get on here. Runners on first and second. One low on the inside. Play at third. Gets away from Heward. He covered the plate. Throw was on the money. Just got away a little bit. Collins and White had to charge down the corners as Panton shaped the bunt. And pick off at third. It was close. Another attempted bunt, this time hit into foul territory, a push bunt. A little bit late onto it, young Dayton, and fouls it away. That's a high one go. Called strike. And that's nice pitching from young Jessup. Gets his man. K2 is pent and makes his way back to the dugout. Brings up Koa Godden. Takes a ball for the first pitch. He'll be keen to get on deck. He's very quick around the bases. A safe hit here. Big swing and a miss this time from Godden. Just missing on the outside. Jessup really working the spots here, trying to find that mark. And the base on balls, God makes his way down the first base line to load him up for New Zealand. Brings up the power hitter, Hariki Ropiha. Takes a called strike to open his account. A load of bases. Just the one out for New Zealand. Another strike. Nice pitching here from Aaron. Goes off speed, a little bit too high. One ball, two strikes. Hariki, see what he can do. Change up, gets a piece of it, fouls it away. A nice pitch from young Jessup. Moving in the dugout here. Catcher retrieving the ball. Infield sets with loaded bases here for New Zealand. Ropiha gets a piece of it, nudges it up, catch taken. Nice take there by Harry White on first base. So the strikers digging deep here, 2 out now, loaded bases. Batting in the 4-hole, William Baron Morton. Another powerful hitter. Let's see what he can do for New Zealand. Takes a piece of the first pitch. A wry smile there from Jessup in the circle as well. Really working through his pitching arsenal here, Aaron. Throwing some heat, looking for off speed as well. Just moving the ball around the strike zone. High, gets away from the catcher, runner comes home. Gets away from the pitcher, but Lachlan Collins covers it up from third base. So run scores out to 5-2 now, New Zealand. Runners on 2 and 3. So first base is open for Baron Morton. Again, it gets away. Off the net this time. No play at the plate. In the blink of an eye, the lead jumps out to 4. 6-2 scoreline. Looks like we'll see a pitching change. And Ethan McRae makes his way into the circle for the strikers. Nice warm up there for McRae. Gets through it nice and quickly. And Baron Morton stays in the box, carries the count with him. So even though it's a new pitcher, the count remains. Two balls, one strike, the count. Swings at one up high. It was a little choppy swing as well. The look on his face as he looks down the third base line at his coach. And McRae beat him first time round with pace and then went off speed there. Couldn't draw Baron Morton into another swing. So it's a full count. Still the runner on 3 for New Zealand. And Baron Morton holds his hands away from a high one. Runner comes home on a delayed steal. The play at the plate. And he's thrown out. The delayed steal, they took their chances as the catcher returned it to the pitcher. But McRae was on the money with his return throw and the tag out at the plate. It's a good inning again for New Zealand. They add extras to the scoreboard. 6-2 now the score. We make our way into the bottom of the second. And the Strikers boys really need to get the bat swinging. And it'll be Chase Warren who'll get us underway. Bottom of the second here for the Strikers, and Chase Warren steps up to the batter's box. His first chance with the bat in hand. A high pitch gets away from the catcher. Haruki Aropiha remains in the circle for New Zealand. Warren holds his hands away from one, called strike this time. Warren gets a piece of that one, puts it down the first base line, and the throw in time to make the out. I think that surprised the young fella. It was put down in a beautiful location. And the first baseman charging in to cover that one. They get the out. Brings up the home run hitter, Jet Puss. Fouls that one away. Contact once again. The first pitch. Nice change up there from Ropiha. And one just misses. Hariki just again trying to draw a swing from the batter. They don't want to put one down the middle here for Puss, so they'll try to move him around the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. He gets a piece of this one, hits it high into right field this time. The young fella charges in with the glove out, and it falls straight in the glove. Puss with another piece there, and that'll bring Lachlan Collins back up to the plate for his second at bat. Struck out last time around. That one in the dirt. Another one in the dirt for Collins. Just lets it go. Nice off-speed pitch. A shot off it this time. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one on the inside. Collins takes a look at that one. Three and 1 the count. Called strike. Again, Collins looking. Full count here. Can Ropiha deliver the knockout blow? Collins stand tall here. Called strike, and Collins goes down looking. Changes to both lineups here. So a delay as the pitcher has completed his warm-up. The umpire is just going through their final checks with both scorers. Cray remains in the circle for the strikers. As does Riley Armstrong remain behind the dish. And now the umpire's set to get back underway, and we'll call the leadoff batter into the box. And that'll be number 44, Lyric Cullen Makia. I thought the umpire was going to call a strike there. He backed away and the hand started to raise, but a ball call. That time, the strike is called and Cullen Makia steps out of the box. One in the dirt. Takes a bad hop, kept in play by the catcher. Armstrong just knocked it down. Didn't quite know where it was. Caught up with it. Top of the third is New Zealand leading the strikers 6-2. That one low in the dirt. Still 23.5 minutes remain in these games. Timed games. This one has 23.5 minutes to go. Got around on that one late, fouled it away down the first baseline. A throw back in makes it all the way to the catcher. Now the ball's back in the hands of McRae and set to face off once again. Cullen Makia. Gets a ball low on the inside and makes his way down the first baseline. So once again, New Zealand lead batter makes it to the bases, and that'll bring up Kobe Cousins. Takes a strike to open his account. Cousins playing catcher for the New Zealand team. Shapes the bunt. Corners come down. White stays back on his base. No pick-off play that time. Cousins ready for McRae now. Fires it in. Pick off at first. Comes to naught. A strike called on Cousins, who offered a shot. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Corners drop back. Just a little bit too high, that one from McRae. Cousins unmoved. Goes through his swing routine now. 2-2 the count. There's a swing and a miss from Cousins, and McRae gets his first out of the inning. Cousins makes his way back to the dugout. Brings up Harrison Tupanea. My apologies again, shapes the bunt. Collins comes down the third base line. Again, the pick off, this time in the dirt, gets away from Harry White on first, out to the right fielder, who fires it into the circle. So Tupinea now, first and second base open. That one low on the inside, picked up beautifully behind the plate. There's a nice pitch for a called strike. And Harrison Tupinea just watches it slide past. 2-2 the count. Another nice pitch, and that's another K2 for McRae as Harrison Tupinea makes his way back to the bench. Brings up Roikapo Topiata. Tapiata has a look at the first strike. Right down the middle. It's a 2 out now for New Zealand. Runners on. There is a runner on third. Top of the third inning, they lead by 4. So the strikers will want to hold this one out if they can. Has a little look at another one for a called strike. Comes around on that one late, just pops it up to stay in the count. Fouls it away. Still the 0-2 count on Tapiata. Call strike, takes the inside corner. That's a 3rd out. Another K2 for Ethan McRae. New Zealand out by 4. We make our way into the bottom of the 3rd. Just a touch under 18 minutes remain. Lead off batter here for the strikers. Here's Mandara Haywood. Gets a piece of that one. Hits it down the 3rd base line. Picked up. A throw made to 1 for the out. Harrison Tapia fielded it nicely. Balanced himself before he shot it over to first base. And that brings to the plate now Men in the circle for the strikers. Number 4, Ethan McRae.
Everyone, can we please ask all the teams to head up into the grandstand as we prepare for the barbecue dinner? We'll call you out and take the time.
Called strike that time on the inside. Pulls away from one, high, another ball. Another called strike this time. He's not happy. You've got to bring the bat into play. These ones can't leave your fate in the hands of the umpires. So McRae now faces a 1-2 count. Change up, gets a piece of it, hits it past the third baseman. It dribbles out into foul territory, but it was fair, and McRae stands tall on second base with a stand-up double. A runner on for the strikers. Just the one out. In this bottom of the third, they trail by 4. Brings up the very capable bat of Harry White. Gets a piece of that one, hits it high. McRae has to go back to second. So White got contact on the opening pitch, hit it high, and McRae was off. He had to get back to second base. He thought that had gone longer than it did, but it went higher than it did longer. And it brings up Riley Armstrong, man who's been getting the job done behind the plate. What can he do here in front of it? Change up, gets a piece of it, pops it up for the shorty to take the catch. And that's the third out for the strikers. And McRae left on the diamond. And the score remains 6-2 as we make our way into the top of the fourth. Top of the fourth here, New Zealand, Hubert Allen. My apologies. It's a young Hubert. Makes his way out to the batter's box. McRae fires one in for a called strike. Again, offers a strike at that one. So quickly, Hubert out to a 0-2 count. That one low on the inside gets away from Armstrong, but no damage done. Bases are clear. One sails high outside the strike zone. Allen not drawn into a shot. One again, well outside the strike zone. Young Hubert steps out. Give himself some time to take his composure. He makes his way up the first baseline. Base on balls for young Allen, and that'll bring to the plate the top of the order, Dayton Panton. No, we've got a replacement player. My apologies. Kaili Va'a. This is Kaili Va'a's first chance in the batter's box. Coach just making sure that he's taking instructions. So Va'a with an 0-2 count. Called strike, and that's another K2 for McRae. Va'a takes a slow walk back to the dugout. Brings up Katane Kawiti. Called strike for Kawiti. Offers a shot at one up high there. You better in the box. Mariki Ropiha. And one gets away from the catcher. Hubert makes his way around to second. 2 out here for New Zealand. Just a tick under 4 minutes remain, and the Strikers trailed by 4. Big swing and a miss from Ropiha. One hit hard into the ground, but foul down the first baseline. Ropiha makes his way back into the batter's box. Hubert Allen was on his wheels. He has to go back to second. High pitch left alone by Ropiha. Ground ball gets away from Collins at third, picked up by the shorty. Kept in play. Runners on the corners now for New Zealand. William Barron Morton. Called strike. Well, low in the dirt, the runner goes. They're going to go for the pick-off. Nice cover there by the shortstop. Had Allen held on third. Now New Zealand with runners on 2 and 3. And a called strike K2. And that's the third out. So the Strikers trail by 4. We make our way to the bottom of the 4th. They'll complete this inning. Just over a minute and a half on the clock. New Zealand in the previous match dug deep to equalise in the last dig. And it looks like we are going overtime again. Final inning here underway. Strikers lead-off batter Jack Doherty grounds it straight to second base, backhands it, throw to 1 in time for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Thomas Phelan steps up to the plate and he gets his first opportunity with the bat in hand. Strikers trail by 4. And the off-speed pitch draws the massive swing from Phelan. One on the count. Has a look at another strike there. One ball, 2 strikes account here for Thomas Phelan. Has a look at the third strike, and that's out number 2. Strikers have to dig deep. Looks like another new batter into the lineup here for the Strikers. Number 10, Dylan Huff. Two out here for the Strikers. They trail by 4, bottom of the 4th, and the game is over as far as time goes. So this is the opportunity here for Dylan to get himself on and keep his team in the game. Huff lets another one go. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Dylan. High pitch, this time let go. 3-1 now. Has a look at a strike this time. Doesn't offer a shot. It was a beautiful pitch right down the middle. Looked hittable from here. Doesn't matter what I think. Dylan stands tall now. Pitch comes in. Another ball. So the count mustn't have been full, but it will be now. Ground ball hit past the third base, gets away from the shortstop. Huff makes his way up to first base. Brings up top of the lineup, Jet Puss. You can hear the support in the stands for Jet. He hit the opening at bat over the fence this afternoon. Gets a piece of that one, hits it on the ground to second, picks it up, the out at 1 made, and that is the game. New Zealand take it out over the Strikers, 6 runs to 2. A great way to end the night here, day number 1 for BJIC for 2025. If you are in the Sydney area tomorrow, come on out and have a look at some of the great softball being played by these youngsters. But more importantly, it's all about friendship and culture and building relationships that'll last a long time. It's a great sport, softball. Come on down and support these kids and just soak in the atmosphere as the visitors to our country enjoy what is an outstanding tournament. We're going to have a picnic dinner here tonight where all the kids are going to get together and share some cultural opportunities, as well as lots of dancing and just plenty of fun. So we hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We'll bring it all to you again tomorrow. And thanks for joining us, but it's bye for now.
Sliders, head to the back of the canteen. New South Wales Sliders to the back of the canteen. New South Wales Sliders.